Hey everybody, it's Brian again, or Mr. Fleischman, or some random guy on YouTube you just found. However you know me. Today we're going to be talking about objects and encapsulation. So some prerequisites that you're going to need to know for this activity. You're going to need to know how to make your own class, how to make a constructor, how to sort of use constructors in a client program. Okay, so we're going to be talking about this in context of a bank account. So if you have these skills as your prerequisite skills, go ahead and pause the video and make a class that has these four fields: a string for the name, a double for the balance, a string for the password, and a Boolean for is locked. Those are going to be the four fields of the instance variables. And then create a single static variable called total account balances, which is a double. Okay, and that's going to keep track of all combined balances for all bank accounts that we create. Okay, so you should also make a constructor for bank account that initializes those four fields and at the same time properly updates that total account balances variable. So, and then in just a minute, I'm going to show you the behavior of my program and my class, my bank account class, and I want to see if you can kind of emulate that. And it's going to force you to maybe discover a couple of things and kind of fool around with some access modifiers and things like that. So I'm not going to explicitly show you everything right away. I'm going to see if you can figure it out, and then I'm going to kind of sweep back up with you and show you exactly how I designed my class. Okay, so pause the video here. Go ahead and get these things done, and then we can kind of meet back up, and I can show you how my program behaves, and you want to match it. Okay, so go ahead and pause here. See you in a few seconds. All right, we're back. Or you just didn't pause it, and I just stopped talking for a couple seconds, and we're back again. So hopefully you played along and you made your class. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and instantiate a bank account. I'm going to call this one Brian. It's a new bank account. And the constructor takes four parameters. So the name is first, then the balance. I'm just going to make up some number. Then the password. Okay, I'm just going to kind of like come down here. I'm going to run out of space. How about, I don't know what my password's going to be. How about ASDF? And then the final parameter for the final parameter is locked. So I don't want my bank account to be locked right away. Okay, so here's my next challenge to you guys. Okay, so check this out. I don't want you to be able to type in Brian.balance. Okay, or at least see it. So let's say I try to print that, right? System.out println Brian.balance. Right? I don't even want to be able to see that, right? You can kind of see my IDEs like, do you mean get balance? So that's a hint to you that I've actually made that method. But if I just type Brian.balance, look what it says to me. It says the field .balance is not visible. See if you guys can figure out how to do that without being taught, right? So somewhere in the bank account, there is a field called balance, but I can't access it from outside that class. So all you have to do really is add one word to your declaration of that in your class, and it will be not visible outside the class. I bet you can guess what that word is, so give it a try. If you can't think of it, I'll show you at the end of the video. Okay, so you saw that I did create this method called getBalance, this accessor called getBalance, right? So if I try to print my balance here, here's how my program behaves. Okay, see if you can emulate this. Okay. It says, oh, I need to enter my password before I can see the balance. Okay, interesting. Okay, I know what my password is. It's let's get it wrong. Maybe I try to enter password, right? And I know that's not it because I know it's ASDF. Then it'll say your password is incorrect. Your account is now locked. Okay, cool. So let's try to run this again, and I'll actually, I'll get the correct password this time. ASDF. So then I get the balance. Okay, so see if you can emulate that behavior. Okay. Another method I want you guys to try to do is, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's try to just do Brian.account.info. Okay, so this method is a void method that prints all of this information. Right? Name Brian, balance 115.89. But I want you to notice something real quick. Let's see if we can do this. Hopefully I did this. I'm going to go ahead and system.out println Brian.balance or Brian.getBalance. And then let's see if this worked. I'm not sure. Hopefully I implemented this before I just started talking about it. So let's say I get my password wrong. And then, right, so first of all, I get your account is now locked. And then when I try to get the account info after that, right, it says your account is locked. Please call customer service. Okay. So basically, once the account gets locked because of an incorrect password, you can't see the account info. You can't get the balance anymore. Basically, you're screwed and you have to go talk to a robot on the phone to figure it out. So see if you can figure out how to implement that and kind of protect this information inside the bank account, right? So what we're talking about is like some people are wondering, why is stuff public? Why is stuff not public? Here's an example, right? Maybe you don't want people to be able to see your balance. Maybe if you want to give them access to something, you want to have it sort of protected a little bit, right? Encapsulated, right? So take a few minutes and pause your video. See if you can get all this stuff implemented. So we have this get balance and we have this account info method. The account info is just a void method that prints. Okay, so it doesn't return anything. The get balance returns a double, but only if you get the password right. If you get the password wrong, it gives you -1 and it changes the is locked variable to true, which basically triggers off all these other processes as well, right? So you can't see the account info after that. Okay. So go ahead and pause your video there, try to implement it, and then we'll talk about the solution in the next video. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that in the next video. So here is the challenge. All right, give it a try. Actually, you know what? I jumped the gun. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. Hopefully you're still watching. What I want to do is also show you that static. Do you guys remember that static variable? Let's go ahead and do this. Bank account. How about Lisa? I don't know. I don't even think I know Lisa. I think I'm thinking of The Simpsons right now. Thinking about that Simpsons where Lisa predicted President Trump. How about her name is Lisa? 130.34. Her password is going to be L and false. So how many times am I going to say flosse in this life? I don't know. Okay. So if I now try to print this total account balances, check this out, sysout. Try to get the bank account dot get total balances. So you should write a method called get total account balances, and it should come back with mine and Lisa's account combined. Let's see, and there it goes. And so I need to format that a little bit better. So we could print format this. Check this out. So don't worry about this. This is a little bonus. So if you know about the printf method, this might be a little bit nice. So you could print format percent -5.2 f comma. Okay, so this is the printf method, and that should kind of do a little bit nicer. There you go. So there's our combined balance right there. So don't worry about this printf thing, but all I want you to do is have this get total account balances that returns that static variable. So basically, did you notice that I didn't have to add these together? Somewhere in my in the guts of my bank account class, I had it keeping track of the total account balances. And I'll give you a hint, that happens inside the constructor. Okay, so make sure that feature is working within your bank account class, that as you're making new accounts, it's adding to that static variable that total account balances variable. Okay, so give that a try. All of those features should be working in your bank account. And in the next video, I'll show you how to make this work the way I did. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. Check out part 2 for the solutions, and we'll talk about encapsulation and why it's valuable in programming. All right, thanks you guys. Happy coding. See you soon.